I froze when I saw her, but then I remembered everything. 9 years ago, I buried two caskets. One held my fiancé, the other my 5-year-old son. A drunk driver tore through a red light and through my entire world. They said, "Move on." So I did. Not into healing, but into precision, obsession, and vengeance. I became one of the top cardiothorax surgeons in all of Boston. Cold hands, colder heart. My scalpel became my shield. Every beat of a heart under my blade reminded me that two of the most precious hearts had stopped forever. Last Tuesday, the emergency room doors flung open. A 14-year-old boy, unconscious. Chest caved in from a skateboarding accident. The attending shouted, "He's crashing!" But I wasn't listening. I was staring, because beside that stretcher stood her, Eleanor Grant, a woman with a face carved into my nightmares, the very one who killed my family, the drunk driver, a wealthy socialite who paid off the judge, escaped prison, and held a press conference 2 days after the funeral, thanking God for mercy. And now, mercy had brought her back to me. Not in a courtroom, but on my table. Her grandson's sternum was shattered. He needed emergency open-heart surgery, and I was the only surgeon who could save him. She saw me, and she paled. "Dr. Lauren, please, save my grandson." I should have walked away. But vengeance doesn't knock. It carves. As we prepped for surgery, my team moved like clockwork. But my mind played 9 years of screams, sirens, and the soft lullaby I used to sing to my son. Inside the OR, I could hear the boy's heartbeat erratic, failing. I had every tool to end it. One slip, one hesitation. No one would question me. But then, I looked at the boy. He had my son's eyes. My hands trembled. I didn't become the best to take lives. I became the best to rise above death. So, I saved him. I saved her grandson. And when Eleanor barged into the recovery room with crocodile tears, I didn't yell. I handed her an envelope. Inside was a court summons. I had found a witness. A retired nurse who had seen her blood alcohol results hidden 9 years ago. The case was being reopened. But that wasn't the best part. I'd also founded a non-profit Two Hearts Foundation, offering free surgeries to children whose parents died in drunk driving incidents. Funded anonymously by Eleanor Grant's trust fund, which her late husband had left for acts of public redemption. Through a legal loophole, I ensured she would spend the rest of her privileged life funding the very people she once destroyed. Poetic, isn't it? She cried. I didn't, because revenge isn't always about taking a life. Sometimes it's about forcing someone to live with the consequences. And as I turned to leave, I whispered, "Tell your grandson, the woman who saved his heart was the one whose heart you shattered." Hit that subscribe button if you want more stories with savage twists, poetic justice, and jaw-dropping revenge.